Yeah, I thought I'd do a little update here on the Elgins. You know, originally, my first one was like this size. And I started, I picked up four more of them and started juggling parts around, figuring I could make three out of the four, which I was able to do. But I found out that there is two sizes of them. I was not aware of that. This takes a number 10 globe, and this takes a number 30. And the 30, it's an original 30 came in the mail today, so exactly the same as that one. So now this one is ready to go. But like I said, I hadn't realized that there was two sizes of them. And when I bought this one, you're looking at the pictures, okay, it looks identical, just that it's smaller. And this one is more of an orange color. But I got that one working. Like I say, all I needed for this one was a globe. I do have another globe coming for my original one, because that was what originally got me started on this search. Was I had to get a globe for that original one. And I couldn't find another original globe. I found a replacement globe. But that'll be here any day. But somebody asked something about if there's any tips to these, or to any of these flat wick type lamps or lanterns. What I was going to talk about was the trimming the wick. This is something that drives me nuts. You see this all the time where, like on a television or in a movie, and they'll be having a lamp or a lantern going, and they'll just be smoking up a storm. Well, it takes no time at all, and the thing is completely sorted up. So you have to do that right. But when you trim these, trim them off straight across. And that's where your Swiss Army knife is a useful tool. Then nip off these little corners so that you kind of end up with a little rounded thing. That will save you a lot of aggravation. Because what happens, if that's straight across, I think I got soapstone in my pocket. Okay, you see this is your wick. You cut it straight across. What's happened, your flame will come up and it'll make two little horns on the end. As soon as you turn it up to any intensity, and it'll smoke off of these horns. Always does. If you clip these off, when you trim it, you'll get a nice even tongue of flame, which you can turn up fairly high without that smoke and that sooting. So that's all you got to remember. Keep them trimmed and a nice little round to them. Because otherwise it'll always smoke on them corners. And it just burns the wick up then. Because eventually it will burn itself round, because it won't be able to get enough kerosene up there to keep that fueled, so it will burn that portion of the wick, and it'll burn round, but in the meantime you'll smoke the lantern up. That's a tip, but it's an important tip on any flat wick.